The Dark Mirror. Detective Alex Walker arrived in the quaint town of Ravenwood, its cobblestone streets casting eerie shadows under the moonlight. The town seemed perfect but was hiding dark secrets. The town had been plagued by a series of chilling murders. Each victim had been foretold by unsettling premonitions that were scarily accurate. Alex, known for his practical approach to investigations, was intrigued by the supernatural undertones of these cases. He didn't believe in ghosts, but something was off. The first victim was Eleanor Webb, a local librarian. Her last moments were marked by a cryptic vision of a dark mirror reflecting her imminent demise. In Eleanor's home, Alex found an old, dusty mirror in the attic. It seemed ordinary, but there was something unsettling about its reflection. Local residents spoke in hushed tones about the mansion at the edge of town. It was said to house a cursed mirror that granted visions of death to those who gazed into it. Emily Dawson, a gifted psychic, offered her help. Despite her troubled past, she was determined to uncover the truth behind the mirror's sinister reputation. Emily's visions revealed disturbing glimpses of the mirror's influence. She saw echoes of pain and fear, intertwined with the grim faces of the murdered victims. Professor Henry Blackwood, a reclusive historian, had studied occult artifacts for decades. He agreed to assist, intrigued by the mirror's dark history. In the mansion's dusty library, Professor Blackwood unearthed a journal detailing the mirror's origin, a tale of a woman who sought vengeance from beyond the grave. The journal spoke of Lucinda, a woman betrayed and murdered centuries ago. Her spirit was bound to the mirror, seeking retribution from those who gazed into her realm. Alex, Emily, and Professor Blackwood discovered that each victim had looked into the mirror just before their deaths. It was the key to the mirror's deadly curse. As they delved deeper, the trio uncovered that the mirror was enchanted by Lucinda's dying wish for justice. Her spirit had turned malevolent over time. Emily's psychic abilities grew stronger, and she began experiencing Lucinda's anguish firsthand. The mirror's malevolence was taking its toll on her. The next murder was imminent, and the team had to act quickly. Alex's skepticism waned as he witnessed Emily's visions becoming increasingly accurate. They learned that to break the curse, they needed to confront Lucinda's spirit directly. The mirror's malevolent aura had to be extinguished. The mansion, now a place of dread, held the key to ending the mirror's reign of terror. The team prepared for a confrontation with the vengeful spirit. Alex and Emily ventured into the mansion's eerie ballroom, where the mirror stood. The room was filled with shadows, and the air was thick with unease. As they approached the mirror, Emily's visions intensified. She saw Lucinda's tortured soul reaching out from the glass, craving justice for her tragic death. Professor Blackwood recited ancient incantations to weaken the mirror's hold. His knowledge of occult rituals was crucial in this final confrontation. The mirror began to tremble, its surface rippling as if a storm was brewing within. Lucinda's ghostly form materialized, her eyes burning with rage. Alex, though frightened, stood firm. He faced Lucinda's spirit, determined to end her reign of terror and bring peace to the troubled town of Ravenwood. Emily, channeling her psychic energy, spoke directly to Lucinda. She pleaded for the spirit to release its hold on the mirror and find peace in the afterlife. Lucinda's ghostly figure wavered. The anger and sadness that had fueled her vengeance seemed to falter as she heard Emily's heartfelt plea. The mirror's curse was powerful, but Alex and his team were resolute. They knew that breaking the mirror was the only way to free Lucinda's tormented soul. Alex smashed the mirror with a heavy object. The glass shattered, and a wave of dark energy surged through the room, before gradually dissipating. Lucinda's anguished wail echoed through the mansion as the mirror broke. The oppressive atmosphere lifted, and the oppressive shadows began to recede. The townspeople, who had been living in fear, felt a sudden sense of relief. The The weight of the mirror's curse was lifted from their lives. Emily, though exhausted, felt a sense of closure. The visions that had plagued her were now gone, replaced by a calm serenity she hadn't known in years. Professor Blackwood, satisfied with the resolution, began researching other cursed artifacts. The mirror's destruction had rekindled his passion for unraveling dark mysteries. Alex looked out over Ravenwood, the once ominous town now bathed in a peaceful light. The case was closed, but the experience had changed him forever. The mansion, now abandoned, stood as a reminder of the town's dark past. It was a monument to the bravery and determination of those who had faced the supernatural. Emily decided to stay in Ravenwood, using her psychic gifts to help those in need. The town welcomed her, grateful for her role in ending the curse. Alex and Emily became close friends, bound by their shared experience. Their bond was forged through the trials of facing the supernatural and uncovering hidden truths. Professor Blackwood continued his research, hopeful that his work could prevent future tragedies. He remained a valued ally in the fight against the dark forces. Ravenwood slowly returned to its peaceful routine. The once haunted streets were now filled with laughter and normalcy, free from the shadow of the cursed mirror. The townspeople gathered for a festival celebrating their newfound freedom. It was a time of joy and reflection, a tribute to the heroes who saved them. Alex took a quiet moment to himself, contemplating the lessons learned. The line between reality and the supernatural had blurred, but he had come to accept both. Emily, with her newfound peace, helped organize community events. Her presence brought a sense of unity and hope to the town that had once been shrouded in fear. Professor Blackwood's lectures on occult artifacts became popular. His insights into the mirror's curse fascinated many, drawing visitors from far and wide. Lucinda's story became a cautionary tale, a reminder of the power of unresolved anger and the importance of seeking justice. The town learned to honor her memory. The shattered pieces of the mirror were preserved as a historical artifact. They served as a symbol of the triumph over darkness and the power of unity. As the years passed, Ravenwood became a place of healing and growth. The events surrounding the mirror were remembered as a chapter in the town's history. Alex, Emily, and Professor Blackwood continued their work, each in their own way. They remained vigilant, ready to face any new challenges that might arise. The town's children grew up hearing tales of the haunted mirror. These stories, though tinged with fear, were also lessons in courage and the power of redemption. The once feared mansion was transformed into a historical museum, preserving the town's heritage and the story of the cursed mirror for future generations. Alex's experiences had deepened his understanding of the supernatural. He now approached investigations with an open mind, ready to face the unknown. Emily's psychic abilities were no longer a source of fear. She used her gifts to help others and contribute to the community, finding fulfillment in her work. Professor Blackwood's research led to important discoveries in the field of occult studies. His contributions were recognized and respected by scholars and enthusiasts alike. The festival in Ravenwood became an annual tradition, celebrating the town's resilience and the bond between its people. It was a joyful reminder of their shared history. Alex and Emily occasionally shared their story with visitors, recounting the events of the mirror and the lessons learned. Their tale inspired others to face their own fears. Lucinda's spirit was finally at rest, and her story became a testament to the power of seeking justice and finding peace. Her legacy lived on in the town's history. Ravenwood thrived as a place of hope and healing. The dark chapter of the cursed mirror had been closed, replaced by a future filled with promise and light. Alex, Emily, and Professor Blackwood remained friends, their bond strengthened by their shared experiences. They continued to support each other in their endeavors. The town's landscape, once shadowed by fear, was now filled with vibrant colors and laughter. The darkness had been replaced by a renewed sense of community and joy. The lessons learned from the mirror's curse were passed down through generations. The story of Ravenwood's triumph over darkness became a cherished part of its heritage. Alex often reflected on his journey and the impact it had on his life. The experience had taught him the importance of courage, friendship, and the search for truth. Emily found solace in her new life, helping others and contributing to the town's growth. Her psychic gifts were now a source of strength and inspiration. Professor Blackwood's legacy lived on through his research and teachings. His work continued to influence and inspire those who sought to understand the mysteries of the supernatural.